Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There is no premature endings, there are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. Okay, y'all. That played at the beginning last time, but the ratio was weird, so I don't think I can show it to you. Showed it this time, though. This is a love story, question mark? Interested in that. Interested in knowing what that means. Okay, right. Yeah, okay. I don't know what to do this time. I kind of want to go full, like... I either want to go full narrator, do everything he wants, or go full, like, anti-narrator and do everything she wants. I probably will do everything she wants, because the only information we don't have so far is what she would have us do if we supported her. So that I might do. I also thought about this as a love story, but I don't know who we would love. Would we love him? Would we love ourselves? Would we love her? Also, helping her can't go right the first time either. Right. Stuff will always go wrong. We don't know nearly enough. So I'm willing to try, you know, a don't alienate the princess run. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I don't want to ask any of these because he already knows, or we already know what he'll say. Unless there's some reason to build a relationship with him, but... I mean... Should I just say this? Maybe I can blindside him for no reason. Is that wrong? I don't know what matters now. I actually like this boy, though. I'm gonna blindside him. Sweet, I always wanted to offer Monarch. Yeah!
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Sure.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
He was always with us, too. Does that mean we did something heroic before this happened? Proceed. Okay. Right. The blade's right there. Enter the basement. Whoops.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light. Her voice softly.
Hello? Is someone there?
She sounds more afraid. Is that because... Oh. She's responding to the threat, then. Right? When we had a knife, she was, like, menacing as fuck. Now that we don't have a knife, she's like, oh, geez, I can manipulate this guy. Oh, okay.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear
Which
once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I know, baby.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Yeah. I'm here to save you. I think I'm here to slay you. I mean... Boy. This is the... She won't believe me, though. I don't know, man. This is weird, though. And this is extra weird. I might just do it, though. Hi! No. Oh. I am actually. Hi!
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
Listen, one thing about me is consistent.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. Look how harmless she is. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
God, I wish there was like a... I don't know what I'm trying to say here. A way to seem vulnerable. A way to hint at how confused I am internally. To see what it teases out in her. And then also to see, like... You know, if she thinks she's in charge, what will she do with that, you know? I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
I know.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
The knife thing really ticked her off last time. Even though I dropped it.
No, you're doing the right thing.
I don't trust Hero, though. Hero doesn't know what's going on.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe
No
it's
idea.
somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
You would say that. I mean, I could check upstairs. Though I am curious what ideas she might have. I'll start here, because questions maybe let me come back.
Maybe there's some way to break the chains?
Look how harmless. I so don't think that.
Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
That's horrifying.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
I don't think so, pal.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click
Scusi?
of a lock
Ooh.
sliding into place.
Host.
Is someone else here?
Try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Did you do it? Did you lock us in a basement? Oh, wow. Everything's bad here. Okay.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Mans, I might have gone up and grabbed it just to try and help out with this. Though this is a double-sided statement, because if I did take the blade and then I used it to cut her free, maybe there has to be like a rational, sort of middle road walking personality that keeps it tight. You know, like, yes, I'm defending myself. Yes, I'm helping you. We're not that, though. We are blindly...
Easier for whom?
Mm-hmm.
Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
This is not a mess. It's been so much worse.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Totally. Convenient.
There's a slight
I no
panic
longer have
rising
agency.
in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates
Oh,
before raising her arm
Jesus.
to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Could you always have
As
done
she
that?
rips her flesh from
Oh,
her bone,
that is probably how
the
she did
sound
that.
comes from
She'll-
behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
Uh-oh. Isn't it so funny how I can play a whole game drawing a conclusion and then turn around and draw an entirely different conclusion? Aw. This is why you can't trust nothing, dude. Where's paranoia? That's my
Or
boy.
we could use it to free her.
Uh-huh.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Threaten me again. Slay the... What? Oh, just kidding. I thought they both said slay, and I'm like, excuse me? That's not a choice. Save the princess.
Fine.
Haha.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
Oh yeah, we got little demon claws. Did I react adequately to that last time? I think there was too much going on. But, yeah, what even are we, dude? Everything's monstrous here. So the context we should judge her by is that context, too.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
Wow.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't.
Who hate her?
She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
I mean, okay. I don't want to judge, again, the monstrous thing, but also, like, everyone has different responses to trauma. I don't know her life. I don't know. It goes to manipulation, though. Like, if she were she's either not good at it or she's not doing it, because if she were trying to manipulate us, she would have pretended to be in pain like a normal person, as far as we think. Ugh.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
Scusi, what are you doing?
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Okay, they're taking control. I don't know what's going on. I love this game so much.
You can't just do that.
Yeah.
Watch me.
So you're me, but when we got away from you.
What are you doing?
Oh no. Well, I mean, we have the option to warn her, so I'm gonna warn her.
Stop that.
Ha ha ha.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Well, no, I do, but just keep dancing.
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
You think that? I believe that you think that. Where's Warren the princess? Oh, okay, just resist, okay.
The blade. Move the blade.
If Paranoia were here, he might help us have more self-control.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
It's not, kind of. Well, it is, though. Don't be diagnosing me.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
Just being a rebel, dude.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
You're killing me?
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew.
Fair enough.
It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Me too.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake.
You're still on this? You think she's okay, dude? Whatever, hero.
For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
Well, you went a little non-con there, so I mean, you know.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
Lovable. Totally fine.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
I mean, that's... okay.
Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
Huh. Okay.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this.
I bet it can, dude.
Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over.
You know, I'm glad I didn't start here. This is wild. This is definitely a middle-of-the-road thing to try.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Ain't the first time, pal. Who I meet? Give me my second voice. The damn shit. I'm
You're
not keeping
on a
track of
path
chapter names.
in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here
Chill
to
out.
slay.
Okay. I'm gonna do some of these because if we have another voice, I need to know what that person says.
It hasn't. Or if he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
I love you. What the hell? That's not why I did that, but good. I mean, it's nice to have someone in here who's a little positive. I want smitten and paranoia. I wonder if you get different information depending on like your character traits in a way that you curate by going through different paths. And then we got to 3 last time, but only because I left. I wonder how far you can get if you don't leave and you just keep kind of messing around. Can I get all the voices or like what?
Our beloved?
Narrator's not gonna like that.
Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess.
Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the 4 of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
Wow. This voice actor, man. Someone buy him a drink.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
Yeah.
What can I
Aren't we
say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
What a guy. I mean, let's assume I'm telling
Those
the
are two
truth.
very different. Let's say, Forum, if you're back here...
Sure.
You were the one who did us in, villain.
Well, not you in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing her. Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess is worth that price.
I beg to differ.
I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations.
I mean, I do. I'm certainly not in love with her. But if you could not do the thing you did, that might help.
Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking,
Right.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You fought... Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, if it's the latter,
Right.
do you think the
Multiverse
people...
She
theory.
would never. She's a perfect angel that you cruelly imprisoned as part of some convoluted, dastardly scheme.
Where?
Convoluted? I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her, save everyone.
I mean, we're doing like a full princess run. Maybe I can find another way. I know stuff now, right? Last time I kind of bobbed between paths, but if I build on one path, maybe I can get more out of that. I'm gonna try to save her, dude.
That's right, you can't stop all of us.
We're going to sweep her off her feet if it's the last thing anyone does.
Are these really the sorts of people you'd like to align yourself with?
Actually, no. I love my crazy
You're out of
boys.
the cabin yet? You still have plenty of time to reflect on the situation. I just hope for all our sakes that you make the right call.
I mean, I could say
Just
more.
be quick about it.
I don't know. Oh, the only reason she was even able to kill me last time is because I let her. She could barely hold a knife. How is she supposed to end the world? Ah, that's so interesting.
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true and that...
Maybe it's her beauty that threatens the world.
Sure, it's her beauty. Why not? And before you ask, no, we can't just keep her down there. If you don't slay her, she's going to find a way out. It's unfortunate, I know, but it's just the way it is.
I love how many times he says we can't just keep her down there, and that was my first call. Okay, well... Anything new
People
here?
locked her in that base.
People locked her in. Why wouldn't they
Look.
slay her?
I'm not supposed to say this.
Oh.
But
Did I say this last?
it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this.
I need a chart.
Call
I
it
said
a
this last time,
prophecy,
but I need
if
a
that
chart. I
helps.
need to write
It's
notes.
just the way things are.
I'm the only person, says you. Ugh, notes and then like bits of information from every single voice. I
Oh.
can't.
I didn't know we were special.
Ugh.
Of course you're special. Why else would you be here?
Of course we're not special.
Calling us special isn't going to make us friends, even if it did feel nice.
I want to hear him say that to Paranoia, because Paranoia would be like, why would he say that?
Oh,
He's lying.
believe me, the last thing I want is for you and I to be friends. But I'm a professional, and I'm not going to let my dislike for you get in the way of helping you save the world.
How many colorful characters can I put in this brain?
I've told you everything you know, not to sound like a broken
record, sure, that's all.
Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is...
Yeah, let's go to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie.
Yeah,
We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
I'm not excited to run into her. This guy just lose it.
I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
Me too, honestly.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
I kind of hate him too.
Sure,
It's
yeah,
okay though.
Your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
You don't want me to do that though, because I'm about to defy you. There's the cabin. Is it different?
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
I wonder if a different timeline has this table get knocked over, like if we go down that way too.
The blade is your implement.
Okay, well, you didn't say anything about the mirror.
Because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
I'm sure the princess would tell us there was a mirror if she were up here.
In which case she'd be lying to you because, again, there isn't a mirror.
I mean, why would you lie about that? I didn't do that last time. So.
Exactly. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? That you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done?
I mean, the game nodded towards that like it's an important thing for us to be doing. But we have so much more to learn in phase 1, I think. I don't know. I have to look at it, don't I? It's all different.
Is it? I can't say I was paying much attention to the scenery last time around.
You weren't here? Or were you?
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here.
Well, yeah.
I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up.
Okay, well, I am gonna approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement.
And this mirror looks...
It's a wall.
Maybe it looked the same last time too, actually.
Here.
But it does look like the one we saw in the achievement.
This really isn't funny.
Wipe it clean?
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Also, he's saying cabin, which maybe is just a glitch, but like, we're not in a cabin. We're in like a... I mean, we are. I guess we are in a cabin, but it looks like a tower.
But it was there a second ago.
And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Feather? Okay, well, never mind. Enter the basement. If I take the knife...
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight, but it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
I like that he changes what he says to kind of manipulate different voices and ideas we have.
Hello? Is someone there?
Voice different?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
She does seem spiced up, no? Am I wrong? There's more going on that makes her just, like, the center of this room. Maybe it's just the room itself.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
You know she can't hear you, right?
Oh, you're right.
She
I
may
forgot no
not
one can
be
hear the
able to
voices
hear my
except me.
words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Can I be cruel as fuck and, like, do a run where I'm smitten with her and then kill her? I don't want to do that to my voice, though. That guy is in love. We got multi-directional empathy. It's a problem.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
And she called us a hero.
Oh, no, you two. You're so sweet, you two.
Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
And you know that, or you know it's possible.
That's right, villain. And you killed us.
Well, she killed us.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
They were pretty stained.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
I mean, it's the same base of information it was last time, hero. Like, why do you... What changed for you? I mean... Yeah, okay. At least she remembers. Did you end the world? So sorry about last time. I like being direct. The narrator who sent me here took over my body. That's pretty solid. I kind of want to do this too, but I want to be pro-princess in this run. I could bring the knife, like, because it's reasonable. I don't know what to do. I kind of want to be honest, dude. Let's just put his ass in the street.
Another version of me was pushed to such drastic action. It was for good reason.
Uh-huh. Defend yourself,
That's
why
okay.
don't you?
You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
Wow.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
Yeah, I don't care about your common sense either. We're going deep.
That's because she's perfect.
I don't care about your opinion either. I'm
Do
just...
you think she
being
has someone
stupid.
like him telling her what to do?
That's a question I had earlier, guy.
She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
Yeah, you're special.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Suddenly I see that I hate you completely. Let your girls be crazy too, sir. Okay, well... Jesus. What happened after I died is a pretty passive question that might explain whether or not she ended the world.
You died, and now we're talking.
What? But before we started talking, I mean... This is too direct. This reveals too much. This is not pro-princess. But she likes me. But I don't think it's time, you know? I gotta chat her up first. But you kill me and it hurt, though.
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
No.
Did we?
I don't
We
think
warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone.
It is interesting because it's the same story, right? Either way, she maybe figured she could kill us. She now realizes she can't, so she's gonna have to work with us. That's the same narrative plot that we ran into last time. So, yeah, neither of them can do anything without us, but we can't do anything because we're just the worst.
She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
Mm-hmm. I mean, before we started talking, did the world end? Did you end the world? I mean, I wish I could say did the world end, but not did you end the world. I didn't bring a knife. Yeah, I'll try that.
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
Why?
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
You're giving heterosexual.
What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
You're still pretty right,
She
hero.
didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
I mean, I can't even slay her. I'm gonna rescue her. Should I ask that? She's so finicky. If I piss her off, things change. And I haven't confronted her about this yet. I'm not gonna do it.
No. I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Sir. We need paranoia back, dude. If I have him and paranoia, is that like a paradox? Like we're not dying, but we are dying, but we're not dying. we just stand.
Wouldn't.
Ooh.
I would.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly
dainty.
slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I wasn't trying to kill you. Oh, well, yes, I was. The narrator was. Listen, it's all spaghetti in my head right now. The timelines, they're blended together.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh.
Me too, honestly.
If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved.
I don't think that would work just yet. I mean, if we're manipulating her to get to that conclusion... Again, like, this is only round 2.
Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
I mean... What do you want to do? This is Explore, so yeah.
Let me guess. End the world?
If she says it, that would really clear stuff up.
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
I didn't even get her name, did I? That's weird. To get her name, then, I have to have the knife? Or maybe I missed it. But that's an interesting bit of context, too. That would explain the smitten is like... Maybe accidentally I objectified her, and now she's just being the ideal of what I would want her to be if I were the personality that, like, would do that to a person, you know? Like, yeah, I know this is wrong too, but I'm pursuing it because it tells us something. Has to.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You
But
may
this
have had
isn't
it
her
all
either.
wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection, and then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Wow. Or does she reflect what we project? Okay. I want you to tell me what you want. These are some non-functioning relationship beginnings. What do you want? I don't know. What do you want? There must be something you want. Do you want to end the world? Nah, it's not time. Yeah. What do you want?
I just want to make you happy.
She can't just want to make us happy.
The music just got horrifying. It just got horrifying.
It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so
Ew.
of course she'd want the same for us.
I hate this. I hate this, dude. This is toxic. I don't like this guy. We gotta get out of here. I like that I can start screaming at this woman. Like, what do you want? What would make you happy? You have to want something more than just making me happy. Yeah. You need your own thing. You just met me. You can't base your entire happiness around me. She's a princess. I forgot about that clause. Oh, this music is tripping me out. I want you to make me unhappy? Can I paradox this woman? I mean, you have to have something more than making me happy.
Okay, I'll find something else to want if that
You
makes
okay?
you happy.
You good? Jesus.
Is she broken? What's going on? What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
I don't believe that either. I mean, maybe. I guess I did say, like, she's not doing a good job of it, but you also said she's like a master manipulator with all these tricks. You can't just center your happiness around me.
Okay, if that's what makes you happy.
Wow. Am I kind of right? Like, she gets less and less real the more that she becomes, like, I'm gonna just jump into it, like the heteronormative ideal of what, like, a princess should be, you know? Like, she's literally becoming more and more superficial or, like, sketchy, so to speak. Can I kill her with kindness? What's going on,
This
dude?
isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right.
This is not right
I
now.
don't see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big deal.
You don't see the problem? Like, look at her hands, dude. It's clearly something's happening and I'm very scared. What if we just don't do anything? What if we just stay here? I took the back door to my initial strategy. Ugh, there must be something you want. What would make you happy? I want you to make me unhappy? That's just crazy. I mean, we've tried maybe this, maybe we didn't. We tried something that was basically the same as this. Do I paradox her? I'll do this first and maybe then I'll paradox her.
Oh, is that really what you want? If you think that would make you happy, then...
Her eyes dart uncomfortably to the corners of the room.
So you're not happy.
I guess we could do that.
You're not happy then.
Well, at least she's normal again.
Normal again? Can't you tell she's sad?
Damn it.
She's distraught. This is unacceptable.
This game out here teaching us that a healthy person has all of these instincts in equal measure.
But she can't be unhappy about staying with us. Can she?
She can. She's putting on a front, dude. She's not her real self around us. It's unhealthy.
No. It has to be him. It has to be this place. If we just made these walls more fitting for a princess, if we just say the right things. If we just showed her the contents of
No,
our heart,
Smitten.
she'd be happy here.
You're like the voice of the stalker, the voice of the just. Ooh, toxic mask.
As the voice
No,
thinks its
sir.
thought, your hands raise, fingers pointing towards your chest, and then... What?
Yeah, no.
No, you absolutely do not do that.
Yeah. This has been nothing but a horrible conversation. This is like trying to pick what's for dinner, but at the end you claw your heart out.
Oh, but I do.
You don't.
What?
So what's he
What
doing?
is he
Yeah.
doing? We can't see unless you tell us.
What? We can't see? Yes, you can. Everybody else can see.
Are you sure you want to know? I suppose I can't stall forever. You plunge your nails into your chest, digging deep, grasping for a handhold. And you find it, your fingers curling around your ribs.
The
Oh
hell?
no, what are you doing? Are you okay? You can't do that and be okay.
I agree.
Time out. He should not be allowed to do that. He's not the decider.
Yeah.
And yet, it's done, isn't it? It will be soon. You yank violently, your bones cracking with wet pops as you pull yourself apart inch by painful inch. Your exposed heart, framed by jagged ribs, thumps rhythmically in your raw, bloodied chest. The loosened threads of your body unfurling to cover the surface of the room.
We saw this in the nightmare world. Like our soul. I don't know what that does for us.
Don't mind my sacrifice. It's a fair price to pay to give her everything she doesn't know she wants.
Okay. Voice of the toxic mask. Come on.
Oh, I see. You're trying to tell me something.
Unless it works, and then I guess I'll eat my own heart.
It's beautiful.
Thanks.
The princess, mesmerized, reaches towards your beating heart, and then everything goes dark and we die? Yes.
Great. Epilogue? Oh, maybe this happens when you
You're on a
main...
path in the woods. Mate, we're clearly already in the cabin.
Oh, wow, look at the mirror. Wait.
Excuse me? You're clearly... Oh. Huh. So you are. How do you know about the cabin? I didn't get to the cabin part of my opening monologue yet. We've been here before. Well, not here, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. You knew about the loop-in last time. Not that he was eager to divulge that.
Ah, my boy is back. How you doing, Paranoia? I don't think we earned you fair and square. Unless the aggressor was literally the other boy, which is really funny.
Right on cue, here's the new guy. Welcome!
He's not new. We know.
I can't say I'm happy to be here. This is a bad place. All stale and wrong. Can't you feel it?
She's got her heart. Is that what she needed to win? Did we lose?
Okay, yes, I get
Like,
it.
for
You've been
reals?
here before. That's terrible. You know that, right? Because the only reason you would have been here before is if you failed in whatever world you'd come from. Meaning you doomed an entire other reality. But I'm sure since you're so well-travelled, you know that, yes? We know that you keep telling us that, but we've never seen a world end. As far as I'm concerned, that whole conversation is just noise.
Yeah.
And I'm stuck on a better question. Where's the other one?
He's gonna explain himself, surely, but is he referring to our other friend Cold, or is he referring to her?
The other one? Yeah, a certain lovesick fool has been
Oh.
suspiciously quiet. One might even say absent.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're right. It's a little quiet here, isn't it? Maybe that's one of the rules. Maybe only one bonus voice is allowed to be here at a time.
No, that's not true. Maybe if you follow a path completely, that voice gets, like, actualized, question mark, and then they're not there for the epilogue, which means each voice has its own path.
Bonus voice? I'm just as important as you are.
100% paranoid.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. All I'm saying is that it's my third time here and it's your first. You're not unwelcome, but from my perspective, you're definitely bonus. I'm going to describe the room now.
You do it, babe.
The interior of the cabin is vast and regal. High arched windows line the walls, their multicoloured glass casting kaleidoscopic patterns across the stone floor. An iron chandelier hangs from the vaulted ceiling, its many candles lit with flickering light, vaguely illuminating the massive room. This is a house fit for royalty. Before you, there isn't a blade, is there? That's not good.
See, you know it's up. I mean, we didn't use it last time, and she used it to kill us, yeah? So none of you are gonna talk about the mirror. I'll start here.
I see your point, but it's still an option that's been taken away from us. I don't like losing options.
I doubt we really did.
Yes, and it's an important one. It's your implement. You're going to need it if you want to do this right. And the fact that you're here, right now, again, means that you have not yet done this right.
He keeps calling it that. It's kind of weird. Is there like a story being told? Like we have to create a perfect narrative somehow?
But it's not there, is it? We don't even get the choice. So, what are we supposed to do? I don't actually know. I'm sure it'll turn up somewhere. It has to. It's part of the whole structure of this place, I think. At the very least, it's important.
The whole structure. I don't even know. Are you just a book? Are you just like a... But he's goal-oriented. He does seem to get lonely. He does seem to care about us a little. Ugh. So you're not gonna talk about it?
Oh, I see it. I've just been preoccupied with everything else going on. Like the fact that we can rip our own heart out without deciding that's what we're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what happened to you last time? How did that even work? You better not do it again.
We didn't try
Lucky
to.
for you, the one who did it is the one who's gone.
Wonderful.
Moving on, I have no idea what you're talking about. There is no mirror. There's only the stained glass windows, the empty table where your blade should be, and the door to the basement. You said that last time too, but that hasn't stopped it from showing up again.
Or moving.
Mirror or no mirror, the door to the basement, your only way forward, is just on the other side of the room. How about you walk over there?
I mean, that's where the mirror is. So yeah.
You cross the room, stopping just in front of the door to the basement.
Is this about that supposed mirror? Just reach forward and fumble around a bit. I'm sure you'll find the handle.
If we reach forward and fumble,
shall
it
we have a
doesn't
look at
work.
ourselves? Maybe it won't go away this time.
Hmm.
You
And
reach
it did.
forward, your hand instinctively wrapping around the handle.
Figures.
And then you push the door open. Marvellous. We can proceed. It would seem that the stairs to the basement don't lead to a basement at all. Rather, they go up. They're draped in fine carpet too, one that feels pleasantly soft against your feet.
If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably... no, that doesn't work here at all. This place is nice. It's fancy, even. I have to say, whatever you did in your previous lives, I deeply dislike how much it's thrown me off my rhythm.
Mm-hmm. I know you're on the back foot. Which I guess is really good if we're trying to be anti-narrator, but I don't know if that's what we were trying to do,
Well,
per se.
if all of this has thrown you off your rhythm so much, then maybe we don't have to slay the princess.
No, you absolutely do.
Sure.
Just because she lives in a nice house doesn't mean she doesn't pose a direct threat to all of reality. It's in her very nature.
I have so many, like, beginnings of theories, and I don't want to propose them all because they're just all so shot in the darky. But if she's a reflection of humanity, and humanity, like, is self-destructive, you know what I'm saying? That's nothing. It's just in there. I had to get it out.
Who remembers how much she changed last time? Does she even have a nature?
If her nature is reflection, mirrors. Dude, shit. Wait. Wait, am I right though? Oh, I'm freaking out. So if we're cagey, then she'll be cagey. But that means we get some peace between caution and caution to reach understanding, which is self-reflection. Guys, do I know stuff?
That is precisely why she poses a threat.
I don't know, she got weird for a second, yeah, but she didn't change that.
We have to move on. This is a wildly dangerous line of reasoning.
What do you mean? No, it's not. I think we did it.
No, you can't just say that and not... Her voice, gentle and warm, with an undercurrent of fatigue, rolls down the stairs.
You're home. Dinner's ready.
Oh. You cooked us dinner and you're fatigued? I'm sorry. This is already bad for us both.
As much as I desperately want to know what happened last time, we are not going to examine it. The more we think, the worse this gets. Why are you so on edge? This is much nicer than what we're used to. I'd like to have dinner. Dinner sounds nice. That is the problem. This isn't supposed to be nice, and she's supposed to be a prisoner. I need to stop talking. I need to stop talking. Just go upstairs, okay? And don't eat the food.
I love him. Alright, let's go.
This hall, like the one below, is grand and beautiful. Torches bathe the room in warm, comforting light, just enough to illuminate the tapestries along every wall, woven with scenes of chivalry and courtship and romance. The many cloth eyes are fixed on each other, gazes averted from the long table in the center of the room, the princess seated at its far end.
This right here? Is that him somehow? And is he behind us too? I don't know. It's like there's like spectral hands. I don't know. I don't know nothing.
Your pristine blade glints in the weak torchlight, hanging from a golden chain around the princess's neck. So that's where it is. And the tip is already pointed right at her heart. Okay, everything is falling back into place. All you have to do is cross the room, push down a little, and the entire world is saved. That's easy. Isn't that suspiciously easy? There has to be a twist. There has to be something waiting for us. You saw what happened to her last time. She's not what she seems.
You're right.
You're here. Now we can start being happy together. Why don't you sit down? Wouldn't that be nice?
I mean, no.
As the words leave her
I've
mouth,
done it.
the torches flare and a chair swings in from behind, knocking your legs out from under you. You're forcibly seated at the head of the table.
Isn't that better? It is better, right?
I don't know, dude. This is so, especially because we don't have Smitten. So, if she is reflecting us, what is she reflecting? I mean, excuse me, Scott, I hate sitting. Let's start easy. What is this place?
It's our happy ending, just like you asked for. It's everything we're supposed to have ever wanted.
Okay. That's kind of almost passive-aggressive. What do we... You mentioned dinner? I gotta start with the food, y'all.
Oh, right, dinner. I totally forgotten about it.
The flames burn bright, and a shadow dives across the table.
So I could see this
In
thing.
its wake, it leaves a feast.
Is this you? Is she controlling it? What's going on? Oh.
Go ahead and dig in. I'm sure you're hungry.
Nah, I actually don't want to eat any of it. Though it does look rather nice.
Remember what I said.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, but it looks so amazing, and after everything we've been through, we could really use a break. Are you sure we need to be so concerned?
I'm not sure about anything, and that's the problem.
For what it's worth, I generally don't think one should trust strange food that magically appears on a table. But nothing here is exactly what I expected it to be, so make of that what you will.
Okay, well, I definitely got myself into this. Ha. If we're considering the vote, we had 2 against, 1 for. So even if I'm for eating, we're still a 50-50 on the consent in this system of ours. Which does matter slightly, but less, because now we're just kind of fucking around to try and get information. I don't want to refuse her hospitality. But also, I kept saying, like, it's not time yet, it's not time yet, it's not time yet. It might be time. But I don't know, it's an epilogue beat, right? So, like, this is just an ending potential. I don't know, man. I think I will eat. I think I will eat. Worst case, y'all will see me start cutting and getting back to places like this, but we're not ready to do that yet.
You begin to feast, and the princess follows suit, her soft smile never fading.
Can we talk more?
The food is more exquisite than you ever could have imagined. You sample countless otherworldly dishes, sauces and bread and hearty stews whose tastes dance across your tongue.
Worth it.
You tear at hunks of meat practically melting from the bone, juicy and tender and bursting with flavors you could scarcely begin to describe. Your cup fills itself again and again with a flowery nectar so sweet it tastes like glimmering jewels.
Goddamn highlight of the game.
This really is perfect, isn't it?
There you go, hero.
It is the best meal you've ever had. But then it's over, and you're just as hungry as when you began.
Wasn't that perfect? We should do it again.
The shadow washes across the table, clearing and replating.
You
The feast
know
is
of
once
the shadow,
again
okay.
laid before you. The food is good.
Oh no.
Again, you tear into golden crispy flesh, dab at the slurry of aromatic sauces on your plate with thick-crusted bread, sip your goblet of sparkling gems. But you have done this already. And then it's over. And you're just as hungry as when you began.
You're still hungry too, right? I know this wasn't as good as it was last time, but we just have to do it again. That's all. It'll be perfect if we just do it again.
So the shadow sweeps over the table, clearing the old and laying out the new. And so you do it again. The meat is fine, the bread is fine. You sample the side dishes and they're fine too. You finish your goblet, the liquid within no longer glimmering on your palate, instead leaving your mouth coated in a tacky film. You put it down and it fills again. You do not drink more. So we had a mediocre meal. It's not a big deal.
It always is, man. I'm not quite ready, actually, to form a conclusion. Is it... Where's the energy coming from? Is it us or her? Because she was kind of sad when we came in anyway. We're no longer smitten, maybe, or that guy's just keeping his head down, which would be the right play.
That's the trap. It wasn't mediocre at first. It's trending down.
We're just getting a little sick of it. So what? We just have to try something new. I'm sure we won't be stuck eating the same meal forever. Regardless of quality, it's over again, and you're just as hungry as when you began. Again.
No, something was wrong that time. But maybe I was just tasting it wrong. It looks just as good as it did the first time. It shouldn't taste like this.
Again, the shadow replaces your feast. And again you eat. The meat is greasy. The bread is tough, its crust hurting your jaw as you chew. The grey vegetables are barely worth the effort of picking through. You don't even touch the goblet, its sickly sweet aroma utterly unappealing. I'm so tired of eating. At least you still have the memory of how good it was the first time, right?
What's he doing proposing, like, upsides to make us feel better? Huh. Also, though, she's not destroying the world. I mean, purgatory is happening.
I'm so tired of this.
And before we get a high fantasy multiverse divorce.
As the words leave her mouth, one of the torches on the wall sputters and then goes out entirely.
What just happened? Did I do something wrong?
A light went out. Maybe a coincidence, but maybe not. As if in response to the dousing of their brother, the other 3 torches blaze brighter, their flames licking at the walls. Their shadows deepen, dancing angrily across the stone.
I mean, I don't think you did anything wrong. I think you just did something you wanted to say. Or said something you wanted to say. Huh. I kind of want to push for this. I have no... are we, like... I kind of feel like we stupidly stumbled into the right ending. Like, this is something of a weird self-determination boss fight. And the message is for her to be herself. But if we got here, we didn't deserve it, because there's so much more. There's eyes in the dark. There's fucking probably voices we haven't met. I mean,
But it was wrong. I took away a piece of our light. I'm not supposed to do that. I don't want him to be upset with me.
Is my boy in your brain? Is my boy hurting you? Yeah, who is he? I can just kill her for no reason with nothing? Oh, I guess she is. It's right there, but still, who is he?
He's the voice that whispers sweet nothings in my ear. I think he made this place for us.
So if they get too powerful... Huh. So he's... I don't like him. But also, was that what paranoia was starting to do too?
It all makes sense now. It's him.
And we just did the
Isn't
wrong
it?
thing.
He's making all this happen. He's the one who trapped us here. Who? The lovesick one. The one from last time. He's not gone. He's just with her now. He's the shadow.
Huh. Interesting. I can challenge him directly? I kinda wanna do that.
Smitten?
The torches flare and the shadow grows for a moment, but you don't receive a response.
No.
No, I saw him smile. That's him. Regardless, it would seem that he, if there is a he, isn't something you can talk to.
Oh,
He says his words are just for me, but he wants me to ask. Isn't this enough? Isn't this what you wanted him to do?
Oh, weird.
He says he's tired. I don't think he'll answer anything else you have to say.
So if I enable them too greatly, they kind of sputter out. What are we supposed to do?
I don't know. Maybe we could play a game. Yeah, that's exactly what we should do.
She's gonna...
Flames roar and the shadow comes dancing across the table. It leaves behind an intricate game. Its pieces elegant and beautiful and enticing, its simple rules already apparent, even with little explanation.
Okay, what game is like that? Maybe
We
War.
can probably work together to figure this out as we go. That sounds like a lot of fun, right?
Yet another waste of time. Why all the distractions? What are we being distracted from? That's the real game. I feel like I'm 2 steps behind. You're overthinking it, mate. I feel like this is just something to do. We might as well try to have some fun.
Hero is like almost inconsistent. He's here, he sees everything, we like that, but he also really has, like, he flip-flops between like, I trust this, I don't, I do, I don't. He kind of like judges like weird versus normal, and if it's slightly normal, he's for it. But he doesn't consider context. It's strange.
You and the princess do indeed figure it out as you go. And what a game it is. The tension between turns, the triumphant highs of moves well placed, and the tragic lows of miscalculations and careless plays, the warmth of trust and the cool texture of deception, and then the climax as she places her final piece.
Oh, I think we got the rules wrong.
And so you start over. Time passes. You play the game. You win.
Hey.
Hey! Will you look at that?
Oh, you won. I guess we can play again.
Time passes. You play the game. She wins.
Oh, I won. I guess we can play again.
There is a long pause, and the board does not reset.
This isn't fun anymore, is it?
It's never going to stay fun.
No.
You don't need me to tell you that it isn't. Oh. The princess visibly panics as another torch sputters.
What was that? Wait, what even was that?
Wait,
oh,
wait,
Jesus.
wait. Maybe this is just too easy. Maybe if we added more rules and pieces, it would be fun again.
I swear that I'm getting beaten to death by that, like, you've done this enough times, you know, but I don't even know anything. I hope I'm not.
Yeah. The game's just a little simple. We can make it fun again.
I don't know, man.
A shadow descends on the board once again. More pieces are added, their shapes more intricate, their purposes less immediately clear, and the two of you set about discovering the complexities of the game anew. And so you do. And it is fun again. In fact, it's almost as fun as the first time you played, and the sputtering torch roars back to life. But then you get used to the additions, and the feeling starts to fade. A creeping numbness settling in over the board. More pieces are added. The feelings flare. The feelings fade. The princess suggests new rules. A glimmer of what could have been excitement flits through your mind, quickly vanishing as the game progresses. Your pieces advance in an ever-increasing slog to their destination. Winning and losing become nothing but ends, and even the end becomes nothing as you roll over into a new game, the board resetting as many times as you can finish, till finally...
I'm out of ideas. I'm actually out of ideas this time. I don't think I can play anymore.
Yeah.
As the words leave the princess's mouth, another
Oh,
torch
this one.
goes out. Again, the remaining flames burn brighter, and the shadow dances faster.
Can we kill a voice? Is that what happens? Do we have to... I gotta stop having theories, but guys, it's fun.
I'm happy. I promise. We're both so happy here. You don't have to be upset.
Hey, I'm not upset. If anything, I'm vaguely bored canonically. Actually, very entertained.
This is... awful.
Whoa, you too? What? Did I accidentally, like, get these two to reconcile the cosmic loop being unfun? Are they playing a game? What's going on?
I think we all know that we're not happy. We just have to admit it to ourselves.
I mean, no. Did I get the depression? I mean, it's just a torch. This place isn't right. Are you actually happy here? I want to keep it above board. I want those things to go out organically. Maybe now what also? I will ask this, but then that, I think.
The princess starts to hyperventilate, her
Ooh,
quick
girl.
breaths punctuating the uncomfortable silence between you.
Yes. Why wouldn't I be? Let's not talk about it.
This is a love story. Was the narrator in love with her? And now he resents her, but he is coming to accept that? Because there's undertones, I mean, at least with Smitten, there's undertones of this kind of like you know, not being your authentic self and getting bored and, like, not making it work and, like, just not being right. Okay. You need to tell me how you really feel? I feel like we're going through a divorce. Like, what's happening? Ay, no. Okay. Is this too much? She said let's not talk about it. I think I'll wait. Again, I think it's too soon.
I don't know. But we can't do those other things anymore, can we? Maybe we can just spend time together?
Yeah?
Princess smiles as the two of you wait.
Ooh.
Come on. There has to be a way out of this. This can't be the rest of our lives. This can't be forever. And
Wow.
wait. We live in a changing world. We know that. Something has to happen. And wait. You keep saying that, but we can't wait forever. There is no waiting forever. And wait.
I can't do this anymore.
Oh, girl.
No.
Why are you so sad?
Oh no. The third torch sputters out. The princess's shadow dances furiously against the far wall.
This is like... It feels weird in my body. It's not a good feeling. It's like sadness. Like a lost potential, like... This is effective, this game.
There's just one left. What's going to happen when it goes out?
I mean, God, I hope we start over, because I got questions. If you do anything, what would you do? What would you choose? I do like that. The shadows aren't real. We need to see what happens when the lights go out. Maybe. We don't have to let it go out. No, I don't want to do that. And I don't want to do this. I mean, it's all about her. That's what keeps making the lights go out, which feels like progress. What would you choose?
I think I'd like to dance under the stars.
Be your own girl. I get it.
That sounds lovely.
Mm-hmm.
But there aren't any stars here. I'd have to leave.
She says that.
Which
The
ends
shadow
your
rushes
world?
forward and tightens its grip on her wrists.
Yo, Smitten, leave her alone.
I'm not happy here. I don't think I ever was.
The princess sobs, burying her face in her hands as the final torch blows out.
I feel empty, dude. Like, actually, that's it, huh? Why are you crying? Are you okay? Well, this sucks. You can open your eyes. I'm still here. Nothing's changed. I feel like this is all my fault. Slay the princess? What would happen? Oh my god, there's so many options. Is that like anger? Like you can't let go, so you just slay her to start it over? To I don't know, to make it happen again, you try and spark a fight? Nothing is wrong. Nothing's too passive. I want to say, are you okay? Ironically, because I know I say that all the time. I don't know. I mean, this is the first time we've been kind of allowed to have real feelings. I guess there's been things like, I love killing monarchs, but, you know. Let's go with empathy. It is a princess run. Or it was.
She raises her head, mascara trailing down her cheeks.
No, it feels like an important part of me is gone. But I'm still here. I don't know what to do with that. I don't know how I'm supposed to pick up the pieces.
The princess's eyes dart to the floor.
Well, we can't sit here forever. That part of us is over.
Yeah?
The princess pushes herself from her chair, and you instinctively do the same, waiting by the top of the stairs as she quietly crosses the room.
Do you still care about me?
I mean, it's complicated, because I don't know if I necessarily did. I don't know if I consented to that. I mean, of course I do. whatever we had wasn't real. This is real? That's never true. I don't know if I ever have, but maybe I can now? That's true of, like, where we're sitting as, like, choice makers in the game. I'm not sure I have the chance to figure it out. I've just wanted to leave since the moment I found myself in the woods. No, that's not true either. No is brutal. Or killer. God! I'm curious about these just because I feel like I played such a long game to actually get her trust-ish. But that's not right. That's still, I think that's still lashing out. I mean, I like this. Only because I'm in Crazy Town, and for me, I'm thinking, like, if this is, like, a real divorce, like, it is okay to still love and care about that person. Just because they don't fill that, like, very platonic, monogamous, you know, one designation of a role, doesn't mean that you can't love them. They can be even, it can even be familial love, but it's just different. It looks different. I mean, maybe that's not anything, but that's how it felt, so that's what I'm gonna say.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you to say that. I still care about you, too, so maybe this wasn't all bad.
Yeah, girl.
But I don't think this place is for us anymore. I think we need to go.
Yeah. Is this so we can go together?
As the princess steps towards the stairs, you offer her your hand.
It's a gentlemanly thing to do.
The corners of her mouth curl into a demure smile, and she gently takes your hand in hers. She's cold and a little clammy, but her skin against yours is the most real thing you have ever felt. You're offering surprisingly little resistance. If we leave the cabin, doesn't that end the world?
I hope he says no, because he's gotten over it.
It does, if he's telling the truth. Yes, well, I've seen my fairy tale ending, and I think there might be worse things than the end of the world.
See? How did I... Oh, it's part 2. No way. No way that I clocked everything in like the wrong way and then got here. That did feel like an ending though. What? I'm freaking. There's no way. No way.
It really was just all meaningless blather then, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't though, because it was a whole thing.
Think what you will. I'm done fighting.
Did we give
You
you
and the princess
closure?
don't exchange words as you descend the stairs to the cabin's entrance.
He's in pain?
And then the two of you step out into the world. I think this is the end of me, even if it's not the end of you. I hope this was worth it. Genuinely, I do.
So you were the man infatuated with her, in a way? And now you have to change because she's free?
He's really gone, isn't he?
Or he was the anger?
Yeah. There's an itching in the back of my head that feels like it's finally been scratched. No more shadowy figures yanking at our strings. No more strings. I guess we're free.
The stars are so beautiful.
A quiet moment passes over you. A comfortable quiet.
I meant it when I said I wanted to dance.
Oh! She gently pulls you forward, and the two of you fall into a graceful step. The only rhythm that guides you is the shared trumping of your hearts, beating in perfect unison. Thumping. Rest in peace, my undertones. Her face, worn and tired, brightens the faster you move, a soft, sad smile widening and widening until it reflects only genuine affection. You send her out in a wide spin and your arms stretched to their limits, only the tenuous grasp of your hand in hers holding you together. You share a gaze that feels like it lasts forever.
Thank you for taking me here. This is nice, even if it's a little cold outside.
Uh-oh. 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 Share a dance with your happy ending? Oh, but you do not get the chance to respond. Something is taking her away, and it's left something else in her place.
She's gone. Where does she go? Should we try and find her? Is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Honestly kind of relieved. Except we killed the narrator and one of our voices. I mean, I don't love that. We didn't really kill him. He bowed out, but still. I don't know where she went. I don't know how we'd look for her. I think I'm supposed to look in the mirror. That's true. I'll start here. I think this is now a time where I can start to get everything again.
Right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing. There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
Yeah?
It's calling us. And not in a good way.
But you're paranoid. But he's a hero. I mean, we have to.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
I don't want to not ignore him. Ah. Can I finally see my damn self? You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. They're gone? I killed my boys? Oh. It's you. You're alone in a place that is empty. It's quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. So there's some motion kind of going on. You're at the cabin. Approach her. You recognize the presence inhibiting the shell. It is the entity that dwells in the spaces between.
Something returns to the long quiet. It has surrendered its path of annihilation and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
I mean, hey, the good news is we didn't win or anything. But we learned a lot about the narrator, I feel. I mean, at least we got here on the good run. I don't know, but she's beyond princess. Does she look different, I wonder, if we, like, get a different ending? Oh my god, you're the thing I met in the space outside the woods? I thought that was a dream. Okay. What are you? The gift of a fragile vessel? Is this the end of the world? Let her out! I'm still confused about the plot. Do you know the narrator? Curious too. Are you the one who sent me to slay the princess? Oh my god, do you know about the worlds beyond? Are you the princess? What happens now? Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Huh. What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
Brother. Thanks for that. I mean... I'm a person? I want to know this, but it's close enough to something I understand. Better or worse. I'm a person, dude.
A person. A set of eyes witnessing from one perspective. I think that you are more like me than you are like a person.
Because we have a multi-dimensional perspective on this game right now?
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
All the potential of the game reduced to the ending? I speak crazy, y'all. When I say it, I mean it. Okay, gift of the fragile vessel?
Yes. Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own.
Okay.
This one is a songbird in a cage of gilded shadows. She will make for an honest heart.
That was the ending we just got then. But each different reflection of her, I assume all of them kind of behind her and within her, created by us, reflected by us, speaks kind of through this vessel, connected to the threads that are potential in this game. I'm having so much fun.
Do not mourn her. She has finally learned to sing for herself.
Yeah, no, this was a good ending. Okay. So, I mean, I guess I'll ask these questions. We're kind of beyond these questions, but I'm gonna try and ask this one too.
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Only just now. Because we reached an ending? Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
Sure. Yeah, parts. We're talking about parts. That tracks. If you were always the princess, are you just making her part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
No, not in this game. I mean, yeah, are you that thing I met that time?
Vague recollections, empty tunnels without a mouth. I am sorry if I frightened you.
Nah, dude, you started the game. In the middle of the game. Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Solid question. I could try this, but I don't think... I mean, this is not correct. That's not what's happening. I could try it... I guess I'll try it, because it does say explore.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me.
Right. Yeah, there's the beginning where she's this. She reflects what we do, the changes affect her, and then there's the end where she's also this.
I promise that it doesn't hurt.
Sure. What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
Is this one of those, like, meta, like, we're supposed to make you feel things in reality?
There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole.
Oh!
And perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Hell yes, that's good. Once I figured out that this could be done, I did want to catch them all. And I was going to, god damn it. Okay. How much will I forget is a good question. How many more pieces of you do I have to find? I think it's true that each voice unlocks an ending, so to speak. Which... we learned a lot about the narrator this time, so I'm wondering, do we learn that much every time? Is there that much to learn? Okay. Okay. What if I don't let you do this to me? I mean, what? You are potential. You're gonna run into potential. I was sent to slay the princess and stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're gonna do? I'm like too meta. These questions are silly to me. I mean, how much will I forget?
Everything. Until we meet again.
Okay. I mean, I guess I won't, but the characters will. That's good. Fresh start. How many more pieces are there?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Okay. That tracks. You don't have to get all endings. That's why it's either a 4-hour game or a 14-hour game. Guys, it might be a 14-hour game. I'll put a the end, and then I'll keep going so that you guys can, you know, stick along if you want to. Okay. I mean, aren't you worried I'll find a way to kill you? That's so... I don't think we're living in that world, but...
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
Yeah, are you gonna kill the concept that you are if I achieve... Oof, this is such a weird question in my new headspace that I'm in.
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
Sure. You're being semantic. I mean, no, she's really not. She's being cryptic. Yeah.
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
This is hard. I could translate everything else, but this is more like, you know, I can't outright say I'm a game. Okay, and what if I don't let you do this to me, question mark? What if I don't let me exercise my free will to play the rest of this game?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now, unfinished.
I will be horribly
Dry.
unsatisfied, yes.
Hollow.
Good point. I'm not going back. I'm okay with that. Quest accepted. Also, I miss my boys.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
Aw, girl, I will. That's so weird. So we're two beings with fragmented potentials. Kind of. So she kind of still has voices, but they're not my voices. I'm not controlling her.
You won't.
Well, I did. Aw, everything goes dark, and you die. Come on, where's my boy? Where is he? Hero and the princess, share your happy ending with her.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't...
Okay, so my character no longer remembers. This is genuinely a fresh start. Oh, that's so interesting. I mean... God. I might have to leave it here, because it feels like a good beat. I'm not that cliffhanger type. I want to get you guys somewhere that's okay, but I actually do kind of feel like a cliffhanger anyway, because there's a lot to do. We kind of know what path we're on. The weirdest part is that we did not take the trippiest or most horror game-ish path. We have kind of taken a path that was, like, sweet and comfortable. So that's cool, which means the next couple episodes are going to get progressively more and more effed up, and I just... I feel good about it. I feel like we've played a pretty ethical run. We did stab her one time, but that was very confused. So we have the main individual voices. The only one we know is Paranoia. I hesitate. Oh, and I guess Coldness. Maybe we'll kill Coldness off, because Paranoia is my boy. I mean, I don't think they actually go away. I think they do come back, but... You know. On the off chance. We're still probably gonna do that. Though Coldness is gonna be fucked up, dude. Like I said, wild ride. But, yeah, take care of yourselves. Boy. Drink water, that's always good. Have some, like, popcorn or something. I don't know, have a little snack. Something you like, something you're good at eating, so I don't somehow get sued. Paranoia. There he is. Anyway. I don't know. Ugh, this game, man. Please, if you want to leave comments, go ahead and do it, because I am very curious already what you think of this game, or any of the crazy nonsense I've spouted the entire time. Boy, I just like to see what this brain do. But yeah, anyway, do your best self-care, get some sleeps, and I will see you in the next one.